It is Tecmo Tuesday, and it is playoff time continued. We're moving on to the divisional round of this 1993 season on the 1993 ROM of Tecmo Super Bowl. We are in the divisional round playing against the Oilers, same team that we faced in the division round last year. We beat them 31-21 to move to the AFC Championship to play the Steelers, who we just beat. So, kind of like reverse chronology there with the AFC Central teams. But first things first, we got to play Houston now. Before I go right into the game, you got to remember we've got injuries. Both George, the quarterback, and Anthony Johnson, our star running back, both went down in the wild card game last week. So, we're going to find out as soon as I hit the button to game start, that we'll find out whether or not they come back from injury. So here we go. Drum roll. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nobody! God damn it! Neither one of them. That sucks. I was hoping for at least one. Just give me one of them back. Oh, man. So this is going to be interesting. It's going to be tough. It's going to be quite tough. We've got, this team is equipped with a high-powered offense. I know, yeah, we beat them last year. I think it was, what was it? I just looked earlier today, too. 31-21 was the final. It was back and forth. We took control for good in the fourth quarter, but it was a good game. But, it's the thing. These guys have, they have the run-and-shoot offense. They have a high-powered offense. They're going to score points. So, we got to, and it's a, first down to get them out of jail. And then the gun here. We get the I was hoping we get the pick. I heard the catch sound effect. Somebody caught the ball. I knew that much. But I didn't know who caught it until they got the little close up there. Fumble! We got it. Get it. Yes. All right, that's the way to start the game on defense. You know what? I said it before. I like to go for the jugular after a turnover. Oh man, nobody's open. I know, it looked kind of like Hester might have been open down there, but I know there were guys back there. They were just out of the frame. Oh no! And we give it right back. Oh man. We had nice field position and everything. That's a shame. Alright, well, we swallowed that one up. I'm running it. Oh, and I ran right into the blocker. That was a good play on their part. Third and short. I'm running it again. Yes! Alright. I had to tap the shit out of the buttons on that one to bring him down, but there were a ton of blockers in the way too. So I wasn't so sure. Oh man, look at that fucking punt. All right, we gotta go a long way here. Alright, took a little while for it to get there, but it got there. Got the hell out of Dodge. That play was designed to go to Cat. He's always been my prime target on that play. And alright, get a first down on the ground on Culver trying to make up for his fumble. I haven't given it to Potts yet. Let's try that. With, backups in there. And, oh no, you fucking kidding me? Another running back goes down? Man, injury bug has bitten us hard. We gotta go with Toner. We only have, Shit, if another running back gets hurt, we have to put a receiver in the backfield. Damn. Alright, I knew they'd be calling a run. He might get him. Oh, no! He closed it. Why did he have to come back? Why did he come back to that? He should have been, you know, that play was designed to go deep. Oh, fuck. Here they come. Oh, man. I gotta kick a field goal. I mean, it was like, if I hadn't lost any yardage, and it was, you know, 1 yard difference, I might be going for it. This is a long field goal, too. Shit. And it's in. Wow, just snuck it inside the upright. You know, it was like, I was thinking, man, maybe it wasn't such a good idea to kick that, because you miss it and you give them the ball at midfield, basically. Although this isn't like, let me bring him down here before I start rambling. It's not like the current rules where the ball is spotted, after a missed field goal, the ball doesn't get spotted on where the kick takes place. It gets back at this time it was at the line of scrimmage. So, it would have been like the 43. Oh, I thought I might have a pick there. I was right there. I just waited for it. These guys have good receivers, and, you know, their attributes, if they have good attributes, they'll be able to make those catches when contested against, like, a not-so-great defender or a mediocre. You know, it's a random number generation, but a lot of it has to do with the player's attributes. Now he's gonna run it again. I've always in that no man's land. Luckily the drones picked it up, but it was like I was playing the coverage. All right, it's a single back. I called the single back play, and we got the call. You're gonna get the sack. We got the sack. All right, defense is stepping up here. We've only got a field goal on the board. Which, if you would have told me that when this game started, mid-second quarter, you will only have 3 points on the scoreboard, I would have said, oh man, we might be fucked. But, you know, it's been so far so good defensively, knock on wood. And it isn't just, like, fluky turnovers either, you know, we got some stops, some legit stops. Everybody's got to step up here. Everybody's got to step up because we don't have, you know, the running backs are down, so it's not like the quarterback can bail out the runner. Although he's going to try to run it himself and get a cheap shot out of bounds. That's the kind of shit that starts fights right there. But, you know, we don't have, like, these, you know, worldly running backs to help shoulder the burden of the backup quarterback. Going deep to Toner, and he just overthrew them. Oh man, what a play that would have been. All right, third down. Big third down. Go for it all. I mean, if it's picked off, it's a punt. Alright, well. It's punt time anyway, either way. I wasn't going to run. You know, it was like there was nobody else to throw to. And if I'm going to throw a risky pass, might as well throw it deep. Because if he catches it, it's a third down, so it's like change of possession doesn't matter. Oh, man, they all missed him. Next layer of defenders, damn. Would have been better off just sending it through the back of the end zone, but it is, you know, we're toward the end of the half here. We just got to keep them from getting a big play. All right, that was close because there was nobody in the secondary there. They're running the ball, damn. I thought they were going to get into the playoff. I would have been calling that timeout. I don't know if they ran out. Well, this is the complete opposite of what I was expecting out of this game. I did not think for 1 second that this would be a slugfest. But it is the kind of game that we need to play because we've got injuries out the fucking wazoo. So we don't have big playmakers. I mean, we had questionable, roster to begin with. It's not like we have these all-stars or anything like that. But with our two top running backs and quarterback both down, it's you're not expecting to get. Oh, that was bad. That was a bad decision. That was entirely on me. I thought because he had a step on the defender that he would make the catch. It's happened before, but that was just a terrible risk. I mean, in a game like this where the points are at a premium, it's such a bad idea. It was not much to gain out of it either. Like, it was not worth the risk. I may take a page right out of my book and go for the fucking jugular after a turnover and get the first touchdown of the game. Ugh, that just drives the nail in a little bit deeper. Especially since, the defense have been playing so well. What a deflation. We get a block kick, so, hey, we can tie it with a field goal if we have to. But we gotta get the momentum back, because that just completely fucked it. Ugh. Sometimes these turnovers are come out off of random fumbles, but that one was entirely because of just a bad pass by me. So I gotta shake it off and go get him next time. And how about a deep pass to Langhorne to make that happen? Alright, 1st and goal. Never mind the field goal. I mean, if we have to take the field goal, we will. But, I mean, this is, we got a chance to take the lead back here. Not on that play. I'm not saying I don't really trust Trudeau, per se, with throwing the ball here. It's just that it's so tough, even with George, to throw in the red zone this close, like 5 yards out. Alright, gonna try it, though. Oh, where the hell did that guy come from? He was not covering him. That one would have... Oh, man, I did not see him. But, hey, I'll kick the fucking field goal here, but damn. Almost threw a pick. When I press the button to pass it, he was open. But he caught up to him, he just read it like a book. It was almost like he baited me into it. Damn. Alright, well, that blocked extra point makes that field goal feel a little bit better because, we're back to a tie game. But it would have been so nice to go up 10-6. Come on, we gotta get a pick here. Oh! With all those defenders over there. Oh man, they're feeling it now. They're catching that fire. I'm always waiting for that delayed run by Moon. Whenever he drops back. And now it's a draw. They have that too. So they have some deceptive plays. Alright, 3rd and 9. And there's the run. Alright, that was good. I got blocked on my ass, but, there were a lot of defenders that closed in, and one of the drones was able to pick up the slack on that one. So another good stop by the defense. I can hardly put the blame on the defense for that touchdown. I mean, it was. It was. We did let him get behind us and all that, but it was one of those situations where your offense is on the field, and all of a sudden you're cold off the bench, have to go out there and. Come on, Langhorne. Oh my God! It was right there, and it's like I gotta take those opportunities when I get them because he just hasn't been open that much this season. Definitely not compared to last. Those corners have been covering him like a blanket all year. And look at Culver getting a big run here. Oh, what a fucking run that was. Alright, let's do this shit. Yeah, they covered him this time. Oh my God, I thought I still a sack. I thought I was going to get some yardage there. It just seemed weird. I felt like I was... It was because he's so slow. It felt like I was... In all that open space, it felt like that was getting more... Oh, my God. I thought he was open. I thought that I had him open. Guy, and now I get another fucking sack. It's because I run for so long that it feels like I'm gaining ground. Oh, no. That's not where it's supposed to go. Oh, my God. It just about... I dodged the bullet there. All right, well... Damn, here we go again with a field goal. He is clutch. Gotta give it to Sushi today. He's kicked some long field goals. That first one was the biggest. Oh, the longest, you know. This one was the, you know, late fourth quarter field goal. We gotta play D, though. It's been, you know, our strength today. So here we go. 2.5 left. I think I called the shotgun, right? I did. Get him. Yes. That's the way to go. That's the way to do it. 2nd and fucking 20. They're in the gun again. I almost called it. I almost called that play, too, and I ended up changing my mind at the last second. Alright, 3rd and a fucking mile. It is 4-down territory. This time I called the shotgun, and they didn't go back to it for the... They knew they learned their lesson. It's going deep. Incomplete. They're gonna have to go for it here. Alright, I'm calling the shotgun. They're gonna go back to it. They are! Alright. I'm just gonna drop back in case he throws it. And they blocked it! Alright, it's not over yet. There's still enough time if we go 3 and out and kick a field goal. But, and they have timeouts. Oh, they have 1 timeout at least. I'm playing aggressive here. Aggressive-ish. No! What the hell was that? He was open right in front of him, and he stopped. That's the thing you do with these, you know, less accurate quarterbacks. It's harder to complete it when they're in stride. If they're stopped, which is exactly where Cash was, he was standing still. I'm going back to that play, just because I feel like I can dump it off to Culver and pick up some yardage. They do still have a timeout. All right, here we go. This is a huge call here. I'm going to Culver in the sweep. And that's enough, isn't it? It's not! Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, here's the dilemma with this call here. If I kick the field goal, then it's, you know, I mean, it's almost guaranteed points. And then they'll have to drive and score a touchdown. There'll also be a lot of time taken off the clock. So, you know, they'll probably get the ball back with like 30 seconds. If I run it and get the first down, then the game is... Well, it's not really over either, because it's not like, you know, it's not like the play clock. It takes off the time. I'm kicking the field goal. I'm going to kick it, because after I talked myself into it. I want to run the ball. I want to run it. But I want to give them... And the other thing, too, is, like, you know, if I had missed that, if I had gone for it and missed, they'd be pinned. But, you know, there's also the chance for a fumble, for a lot of other bullshit. We got... Our coverage team has been doing well. Defense has... I trust the defense the way they've been playing today. Just can't give up a big fucking return like this. Oh, my God. Alright, actually, that didn't turn out to be too bad, because now they can only have time for 1 play. I'm going to drop back, way the fuck back there. And he's got him? Oh, no. Oh, no! Alright, we got him. Oh, my God. Unbelievable game. Unbelievable game. I can't believe we beat the Oilers, like the high-powered, one of the best offenses in the game, without scoring a touchdown. We did not score a touchdown. We didn't get 100 yards rushing or passing. We actually ran for more than we passed again. Trudeau was not good. But, and in fact, 51 of his 87 yards were all Matt Langhorn pass. Yeah, the one pick he had, almost had another one. He should have thrown a touchdown on that last drive. Not the last drive, the one before when I had cash open. But by crook or by hook, we pulled out the W, and I'm moving on to the AFC Championship again. It's just crazy, unbelievable. So it will be against either the Chiefs or the Bills. But you know, all right. So that's it for this game. I'm gonna continue with these divisional round games right now and simulate them. So we'll have Giants and Cowboys. We'll have Chiefs and Bills. We'll have Lions and 49ers. I'm going to go out on a limb and call an upset here. I'm going to say that the Lions are going to shock the world and beat the 49ers in this game. We saw it happen with the Vikings beating the 49ers in the 91 season in the divisional round. It wasn't as much of a shock, but they do have Barry Sanders. You know, it's like that. I think that's what's going to happen. That any other game, there wouldn't be that big of an upset. So I'm just going to set these, make sure that all these teams. I mean, it doesn't. All you need is one team to be the computer, but I'm gonna set them all as CPUs just so that 49ers and 49ers, Lions, Giants, Cowboys, Chiefs, and Bills. Okay. Yeah, like I said, it doesn't matter, but just for consistency and OCD, and in case two quote unquote skip teams ever play each other, that would suck. So, all right, here we go. Moving on to the NFC side of things. And, we can sit back and, relax after a nail-biting finish to our playoff game. So, Cowboys and Giants, this would have been a great game in the NFC playoffs this year. I thought it would have been a great follow-up to their season finale. I'm talking about real life here. The Giants and Cowboys played a classic to close out the 93 season, and the Giants instead, they beat the Vikings and then went on to lose miserably to the 49ers. And so I think that if you would have had, and as a fumble, that stays out of bounds. If you would have had the Packers who beat the Lions, if you would have had them go to play San Francisco, and then you would have had Giants and Cowboys, I think those would have been better matchups. And look at this, Michael Irvin makes the catch deep into Giant territory to get the game started. And that was, dodging the bullet of the fumble. Cowboys are looking for some retribution after last year when, oh my god, look at Emmett just plow through. Last year, Aikman got hurt, and they fell in the playoffs. So we'll see if they can, if they turn it around, because they were looked at to be the Super Bowl team. Or, they were one of the heavy favorites, between them and San Francisco. Maybe Washington. One of those teams would have been, eyeballed for it, but because the Dallas fell, San Francisco did go on to represent the NFC. Now, and then the Colts went to the Super Bowl. By the way, I keep interjecting myself in between Tecmo, this Tecmo-verse, whatever you want to call it. We'll call it the Tecmo-verse, and real life. And without explaining that I'm transitioning into the other discussion. So that was a pass to Jackson. And this is a weird roster here for the Giants. Where the hell is, they had... Well, they didn't have... Yeah, that's right. They didn't have Stephen Baker anymore. They didn't have Mark Ingram. He went to Miami. I think they had Chris Callaway. Hattie, 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 ho. Hattie, 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 hi. That was the Chris Berman call for... He was Cab Callaway. And there's a pick by Woodson. That's not Charles Woodson. That's not Rod Woodson. Here's Darren Woodson. Look at Aikman scrambling here. What's it, Darren Woodson? Now I'm I have to look it up now. He's been doing that same, you know, it's like, that's not a design run, is it? And it's not. He keeps, yeah, Darren Woodson, it was Darren Woodson. There's a sack by Keith Hamilton. I didn't realize Hamilton was on the Giants this early in his career. Oh, and there's a fumble! And Eric Howard makes the scoop, and that changes things. The Cowboys were driving to take a 2-score lead, 14-0 even, maybe 10-0 with a field goal. Either way, they would have had a firm control of the game. But a fumble, and then all of a sudden they're in Cowboys territory, and it changes the complexion of things. And now he's going deep for Howard Cross, who is, oh my God, off the fingertips. It was a diving catch to be made by a big tight end, but, you know, you've got to make that catch if it lands in your hands. That's what you get paid for. And Sims is going to throw it across the field to, Ed McCaffrey. Christian McCaffrey's dad. Sims has some guys open. He's going to the end zone, and he's got the touchdown. And McCaffrey again. He didn't have that great of a Giants career. He shined with the Broncos, which is, you know, I had to witness a lot of that shit as a Raiders fan. And, not so much on the Giants. He was on the Giants during a, mostly tough time for them. They did have this, you know, this 93 season was kind of like a last gasp, last hurrah for the Giants. It was like the last, they had the rough Ray Handley years, and then, they blitzed him on that one. And then Dan Reeves came aboard and, like, turned it around with what they had left of the old guard, but then, like, you know, a lot of the young guys, particularly their quarterback situation, sucked after Sims left and Lawrence Taylor wasn't there anymore either. John Jett and the Blackhearts with the punt, and there's Cab Calloway with the return. That's where he is. He's playing the third receiver, or maybe fourth receiver, I don't know, but he's returning the kicks, or the punts. And they're doing the reverse to McCaffrey. And that one isn't gonna work. That's right. They did a lot of that shit in the that's right. When we played twice against the Giants for whatever reason. He's going deep for Jackson. He's got him. And there's a touchdown. The Giants take their first lead of the game. Boy, what a difference! That one turnover can spark the momentum and just change everything. I think that's what happened here. So 14-7 now. Still a lot of time left. There's still plenty of time. But man, what a if Dallas does go on to lose this game, like I said, there's plenty of time. It's only a touchdown difference. Oh my God, they almost got safety, but Emmett's too fast for him. If Dallas does lose this game, then they're going to be looked at as quite a disappointment in back-to-back years, getting beat in the first round, or their first round, as they had a bye here. Third down, they go Emmett up the middle, and why not? You know, like you'd think like running straight into the teeth of the defense on 3rd and 10 wouldn't be a wise move if you're trying to convert the first down. You'd think maybe they're trying to give themselves some room for the punt, but it's like, you got Emmett, he could very well get the first down, and so, you know, sure enough he did. Now he's really starting to cook with gas here. Another first down. They are running out of time, though, so I mean, they might be, unless they get one big play here, they're setting up for a field goal. And yeah, they're going to kick it now. So either way, the Giants will go into the halftime with the lead, whether it's 14-7 or 14-10. Is this Bonio? Oh, it's Eddie Eat, Drink, and Be Murray. Kick is up, and it is wide. Wide to the right, so the Giants will have the lead at the half. They might go for the, some insurance points here. Deep to Cross. He's got him, but it doesn't matter. It's just a stat pat. They got a Hail Mary, what the hell was it, against the Packers in the playoffs. In real life, the Giants did in one of the Eli Super Bowl years when the Packers were 15-1. That would have been reminiscent of that if they had pulled that off. So Cab Calloway returns the, he's Chris Calloway, by the way. I call him Cab Calloway. He returns the kickoffs and the punts. Sims hands it off to Tillman. Why do they not have Hampton in there? Did he get hurt? I don't, you know, it's funny. It's like I don't remember him, if that in that Vikings game he got injured. Or if he was already injured, maybe. I don't know. But he should be a starter on this team. You know, you got Tillman and Jared Bunch. They go to Tillman again. This is just, you know, they're playing giant football right now. Just smash you in the face. And as I say that, he starts doing all this shucking and jiving, you know, east-west running. And now he's got the first down. But that's it. Just, you know, you pick up a little bit of yardage here, a little bit of yardage there. That's the power football, the way the Giants play it. And, oh, look at this. And then they trick you with a flea flicker. It gets it off the bunch. It wasn't, you know, downfield like the play is designed for, but... You know, hey, you get the first down, you catch the defense off guard, you soften them up a little bit, you spread them out, and then you can start pounding them with pounding the rock again. And then you can just go deep to McCaffrey, who is wide open, and there's another touchdown. So, man, alive, the Giants have been just nonstop scoring since that turnover. That fumble has definitely changed things. I mean, yeah, the Cowboys did get a good drive going at the end of the half, and they ended up missing a field goal. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's been 21 unanswered points since that fumble recovery. And that was a rough kick there for the Giants. So, exactly what the Cowboys needed was some decent field position here to score and score as early as possible. Time isn't the biggest factor right now, but you also, I mean, there's got to be a sense of urgency. You're down 2 scores late in the third. You need to get a spark going. And there's Moose Johnston. Good fullback. Not a great commentator, though. And there's Emmett with a big run, and he's going to take it to the house, maybe? Nope, he's going to get caught up. So this is exactly what they needed right here. You know, they're in prime opportunity here to score with still with time in the third. He's got guys covered out the yin-yang. I don't know, you know, it's like, what do you do there? And they're going to blitz him here and take Smith down. So here we go, 3rd and 11. Aikman back to throw. He's got, is that Irvin up top? He's going the opposite direction, though. Into double coverage. What a terrible decision that was. And they're going to kick a field goal. Which is not ideal here, you know? You're still down 2 scores. And you're about to hit the 4th quarter. Anyway, I mentioned Johnston before and, like, why I didn't think he was a good commentator. My big gripe with him is he's such... I mean, I don't... When he did commentate. I don't even think he does it anymore, does he? When he was in the booth, he had such a fucking knack for second-guessing calls. That is something John Madden never did. He would say shit before it happened, like the infamous while the Cowboys are in this game. You know, it's a good time to mention this example. It was the Barry Switzer 4th and 1 play against the Eagles when he ran it up the middle on 4th and 1 on its own like 25-yard line or something, and then they got stuffed. And then they blew a whistle by accident or some shit, and they gave him another crack at it, and they went for it again. Both times, before the snap even happened, John Madden said, "This is not a good call. I would not do this." And then they, you know, it turned out to be not the right call. But he would make sure that he said the shit beforehand. Same thing with Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Now that ended up being wrong. He said that they should play for overtime, and then Brady drove the ball down the field and got one of their many unfortunate Super Bowl wins. But he at least said his piece before everything happened. It's easy as fuck to come out and say, oh, that was a bad call, or that was a good call. Look at this call, after it fucking happened. I mean, a lot of times you can't diagnose beforehand what they're gonna do. I mean, like, if you know, you don't know if they're gonna set up a screen, but sometimes you can sense something is on its way. And then there's certain things, like just situational stuff, like going for it on that 4th down. You know what they're doing because it's particular to the situation. Anyway, I've been going off about this shit throughout this whole fucking quarter. But it's not really much of a game right now. The Cowboys are playing this right into the Giants' hands. They're just playing the slow ball. And this is, they just keep running. Oh no, they're gonna play fake it here. Again, though, they check it down. But it is to Emmett, so he could take it to the end zone. But they do catch him. So, tick, 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 tick. Time is ticking. If this were the 3rd quarter, fine, but you have to score and recover an onside kick. You want to score quick just so that way, and there's the touchdown. But you wanted to do this like a minute or two before, so that if you're not gonna, even if you don't kick off, if you kick it onside, it's like you still have time after getting a 3 and out if you miss it. If they kick it onside, don't recover. Unless they get a turnover, then the Giants are gonna, be able to run out most of this clock. Either way, and they will not have much time. And they recovered it! So, never mind what I said about they're not, this might work out. But like I said, like Madden, I did not make that call after the fact. I said this is what they should be doing. So anyway, that was a missed opportunity right there, though. The long pass was out of his reach, and Emmett could not get the 1st down there. 33 seconds, though. There's gotta be more urgency than this. And they're running it up the middle on 3rd and 1. And yeah, you're trying to get the 1st down, but does the 1st down even matter at this fucking point? And they blitz him again, and just like the Switzer play, they run it, and it gets stuffed, and they're gonna lose the game because of it. How fucked up is that I was talking about that shit? Why are we even measuring it? Like, it matters. That was the last play of the game. I guess just for the stat of it, I don't know. So, questionable stuff there by the Cowboys. Like I said, I would have tried to score quicker if during that last drive. It worked out. They got the onside kick, but it was it came at a cost because they ended up with little time left, and even if now that it doesn't even matter because they were still playing a kind of a ball control offense and got stuffed. So great job by the Giants defense. They were the MVPs of that game because of the turnover, stuff, and the Cowboys at the end. Yeah, so a disappointing run for these early 90s Cowboys teams. Giants get their revenge. They go to the NFC Championship where they will play either Detroit or San Francisco. On the other end of the spectrum, we'll see if the Bills, who are undefeated, 16-0, can keep this up against the Chiefs, and who will be the ones to take us on and host the AFC Championship against us. Wow, none of these AFC games nobody has scored 20 points or more. They've all been in the teens. So Chiefs win the toss. They're going to receive. I don't blame them, I know that I like to kick off, but sometimes you gotta try to set the tone, and against a team like the Bills, who are just fucking phenomenal in this particular season, who are gonna give up a huge return to the 30-yard line. You want to set the tone, you want to score first and get something going. But look at that first play, a blitz. The Bills are trying to make up for all that lost yardage that the Chiefs picked up on the first, right out of the chute. So there's a handoff to Kimball Anders, who's going to make some moves and almost gets a lot of that yardage back. I think everybody was keying on Marcus Allen. Craig going deep, and Davis could not make the catch. You know, Montana, that's right, Montana got hurt. So they're going to have to win this game. I mean, what a sorry state of affairs that we didn't get Joe Montana versus the 16-0 Bills in the playoffs. Like, how awesome is that sound? But, I mean, no offense to Dave Craig. He was a fine quarterback. But, I mean, just the allure of Joe Montana versus a 16-0 team, you know, toward the end of his career. He did play the Bills in the AFC Championship. You know, a lot of people don't, you know, they like to overthink the, you know, how good of a, I mean, he only played 2 years with the Chiefs, but he didn't have much for in the way of weapons. He had Marcus Allen, but not so much for receivers. And there's a first down for the Bills. They're getting their offense going right away here. And there's Thurman with the draw play that didn't go anywhere. Anyway, where the hell was I going with it? Oh yeah, and there's a touchdown. The defender got over there, you know, just a bit late, and Thermal with the touchdown catch. Oh yeah, I mean, I had to, as a Raiders fan, it was tough to deal with Joe Montana being in the same division, but so obviously I was not a Montana fan those years, but it was definitely, you know, it was definitely impressive that he was able to take those Chiefs that far. And up until Patrick Mahomes came in, you know, the Chiefs had never made it that far. It was years and years later when they finally broke through that. So here's Marcus again, and he does not get the first down. I thought he had that. I would be going for it here, just because it's the Bills. These guys are going to score points, and it's... Unless you really have faith in your defense. And the Chiefs have some really good defenders. You know, Neil Smith, Derek Thomas, Dale Carter. There's some good players on this D. And that was... I think the pressure got to him and he just overthrew him because he was open. I still, you know, their 16-0 team, obviously their offense is a fucking juggernaut. Is BB not nearly as fast as he was in previous weeks? No, it's he's not in that excellent condition. I don't think. He's going deep, and what a perfectly timed pass to BB, who is going to pick up a lot more steam than he was on that last reverse run, and almost bring it to the end zone. So, you know, everything I say turns around and bite me in the nuts. Are they gonna do the reverse again? Yep. But some of the CPU teams, they love that reverse, and why not if it gets you a touchdown, right? Bill's off to a big start here, just pouring it on. I'm telling you, if these Bills, if they keep this up and they do go on to win this game, and it's going to be a tall order here for the Chiefs to come back with, you know, their backup quarterback against this juggernaut. But, you know, speaking of backup quarterbacks, where I was going with this was, if the Bills do hold on to win, we'd better get our guys back. Because having your starting quarterback and both running backs out against the 16-0 Bills team that's just absolutely on fire here is a recipe for disaster. But there's still plenty of time left. We got, you know, we can't jump to conclusions. Chiefs could pull off a major upset of their own, and it would be a major upset, especially when you factor in the whole Montana thing, you know, him being out of the game. But Craig's probably the best backup quarterback in the league at this point. But he's got the tall order here. 3rd and 9. Oh, oh man, the guy's at the bottom of the screen. He didn't look to them and ended up throwing a risky pass. he had guys open on the other side. Barner just boots the fuck out of it out of the back of the end zone. Bills have a chance to, you know, start running away with this game. That was a dangerous pass. He had BB wide open along the sideline. Chose not to go that way. The play fake, he's got... Oh, and there you go. Neil Smith with the sack. Shotgun, and I thought they were blitzing. And instead, it's going to be a first... Wow. They sent... It was... I don't know what that was. Like a fake blitz or some shit. It seemed like they weren't rushing. Or they just picked up the blitz like madman. No, you know what it was? They weren't blitzing. They just simply... They called a run. They called a run defensively. Which was an incredibly bad call. I know that I was just harping on Johnston for a second guessing after the fact. But you can't... I mean, that's just one of those obvious things, you know? You play it safe on 3rd and, like, fucking 20, whatever it was. Maybe they get a screen pass and pick up some yardage, but you don't let the big play out there like that. Even if they are going for a run, just play it safe and let them pick up 6 or 7 yards. No harm, no foul. That pass was off target, and it wasn't even because of the pressure. So that's a bullet dodge there for the Chiefs. This kick might be wide, and it is. So, yeah, even if they got the field goal, they still would have maintained a 2-score deficit as opposed to 21-3 would have been a big problem. Craig going deep. He's going for out of bounds. Again, I think the pressure was a problem on that one, but he has not looked sharp today. They go up the middle to Anders, and he gets taken down. Time is ticking here. It's going to be a long shot for them to get within field goal range here. Especially if they're just handing the ball off like this. But there's a big run. And he takes it into Buffalo territory, but it's still going to be too long for a field goal. They do have timeout, so if they can do something quick and pick up like 10 yards or something, that's not going to do it. Alright, so they're going for it. They better be passing. Fucking idiots. Yeah, what good does that do? You know, Tecmo AI, what are you gonna, you know, it is what it is. They don't seem to play as dumb when I'm playing against them, though. It's like they bring their A game against a human. I don't know. You know, not always. There was the whole, the Miami game where they went for it on 4th down and a tie game way back on their own 20 at the end of the late 4th quarter. I'll never forget that shit. Thurman Thomas is wide open. I mean, it's like, you could say, how could you leave him wide open? But they have so many weapons. It's like, who do you double team? Who do you, you know, it's like, if you try to take somebody out of the game, they're gonna have guys open. And, like, they got an open guy right now. That was not who they threw it to, but they still got the touchdown to Bill Brooks, former Colt. We're gonna have to, looks like we're gonna have to play against him. Unless the Chiefs can get something, turned around here. That's right, because Brooks, he was with us as our wide receiver, our first string wide receiver, and there's a fucking pickoff by Nate Odoms. Potentially sealing the deal here. And off to Thurman, he cuts through and is off to the races. Not quite to the all the way, but he gets quite a gain. Oh yeah, so anyway, Bill Brooks, he was he was our first string receiver in the 91 season. 92 he had dropped to the bench. He came in a few times. You know, he came in for an injury. I had him on the return team, and sometimes I would have him in there if his condition was up high enough. But Langhorne and Hester were the main starters, and then, as they are now, there's a touchdown once again for Thurman. And then, I guess, he saw the opportunity with Buffalo. They lost James Lofton, who went on to retire, I believe. I don't think he went and played anywhere else after that. So he filled that gap, and it looks like he's enjoying the fruits of his labor. He's getting the opportunities, and he's on a 16-0 team that's ready to go to the AFC Championship to play against his former rival. To play against his former team with his former rival. And the Chiefs are gonna go to J.J. Burden. He's a beast of burden. Try to get some something going here. Dumps it off to Kimball Andrews, who goes nowhere. Except for the hospital. Damn. Jack B. Kimball, Jack B. Quick. Jack got sent to injured reserve real quick. And there's Harvey Williams coming in. There's his replacement. Doesn't fare much better. But on the next play, he scores a touchdown. So there you go. Harvey Williams, he went on to play for the Raiders for a spell. This makes it look more respectable. They'd have to... So they're going to have to recover an onside kick. They're not going to kick an onside, by the way, because it's still the third quarter. But I would be strongly considering it, only because it's like, yeah, it's basically impossible. But you need to score 3 more times. You need to... Just getting 3 more possessions is going to be an ask. Because you're starting off on defense to start the fourth quarter to begin with. It's the Bills, whose offense has been crazy. And that was a risky play right there. That could have been what started it all. Pitching it back with the blitz coming in like that. They could have got a fumble, and then it's all of a sudden a touchdown. 28-17 with 4.5 minutes left. It changes the complexion of things. But they are going to get the ball here because that was it. 3 and out right away. Maybe the Bills have their own comeback. It was 28-3, by the way. That's the, that is a cursed score to have the lead as. Although, neither of these teams are Atlanta. And the Bills are the ones that come back against other teams. But the Chiefs, and they start off with a first down. But again, this is just like what I was talking about with the Cowboys. They have to score quick. They have to get some urgency here. You have to... Yeah, you don't have Montana, but you have to put the ball in your quarterback's hands. And look at Marcus Allen. He plows through, gets some extra yardage, and gets taken down at the 12. That play was dead on arrival. But he busts through anyway. Craig, he's going to run it, and he's going to run it in for the score. But now it's a 2-score game. This is unless they recovered onside and start this crazy miracle here, but just under 3 minutes to go. This might be too little, too late. But they're showing some guts. They're showing some fire. Nick Lowry with the onside kick, and they recovered it. So holy shit, 2 onside kick recoveries in a row. And this one's not quite over yet. They need to score quick, though, like I've been saying before, and that's not the way to do it. Nate Odom's, you don't. What a tough. I've done it before. I've dumped it off to the running back in the flat while he was covered, and it's like, what the hell do you have to gain out of that? If he catches the ball, he's gonna get tackled behind the line of scrimmage in all likelihood, and you could also throw an interception. You're not playing the yardage game there. You're trying to go deep. Like I was saying, score quickly. Again, not second guessing. I was saying it from the get-go. You gotta score fast, because you need to recover another onside kick after you score, and instead the Bills are gonna, they're gonna walk off with this one now. So, a late surge by the Chiefs, but it ends up falling apart, and the Bills punch their ticket to the AFC Championship. Where I had mentioned it before, like how we avoided Buffalo. We managed to avoid them in the playoffs the last 2 years. They got beat in the divisional round both times. This time, they do it, and they're 16-0. So they have a purpose here. They're going to win this shit, which would make beating them all the more satisfying if we can manage to do it. So it will be a task, but bring it the fuck on. Let's do this shit. That's the way I'm looking at it. Let's accept that challenge, because it's almost like we got nothing to lose, really. Because if we do lose, it's like, what are you gonna do? You lost to the 16-0 team. This team is like, a team of destiny. But if you win, you're fucking immortal. Of course, like doing it the way the 07 Giants did in the Super Bowl, preventing that perfect season on the game that they're playing to win to get that perfect season. That is just that's the most satisfying way to do it. So game over, 35-17. The Bills win. They run off with it. They dominated the shit out of this game. I mean, the Chiefs had that late rally, but it wasn't enough. Bills just outclassed them all the way across the board. They just have more talent. And the Chiefs don't have Joe Montana. So that's it for the AFC playoffs in this divisional round. We got one more game. I said at the outset, I think the Lions are going to pull off the big upset. I mean, yeah, the Chiefs, I didn't think of it beforehand that Montana was hurt. It would have been a big upset even with Montana, just because of the 16-0 factor and how just, dominant of a team this Bills team is. But Lions against the early 90s, early to mid-90s 49ers is, that's a stretch to think that, that the Lions could win this game. But it's not out of the question. We've seen crazy things happen. And we start right off the bat. Ted Washington gets a safety to put the Giants over the Tigers 2-0. Oh yeah, it wasn't a 2-run homer by the San Francisco Giants. It was a fucking 2-point safety by the San Francisco 49ers. So yeah, some of you might have picked up on what I was putting down there. So the other thing that the Chiefs' loss prevents is a Steve Young versus Joe Montana Super Bowl. Which almost happened in the 93 season. I shouldn't say it almost happened. It almost happened in a sense that both of them made it to the conference title game. But both of them lost. The Chiefs lost to the Bills, and the 49ers lost to the Cowboys. So the world wanted to see, the world outside of Cowboys fans and Bills fans wanted to see Young versus Montana. And the field goal is no good. So the Lions dodge a bullet there. And there's Brett Perriman with the catch and the first down. And there's a block pass. Actually, I was not rooting for Montana and the Chiefs in that game. Just even though we've been seeing so much Buffalo, and the Cowboys had just made it to the Super Bowl the year before too, it was like gonna be a fucking rematch. I wanted San Francisco and Buffalo to win those games, just because I can't root for the Chiefs. It's like, sorry, I know that Montana and Young, that would have been awesome, but I can't root for the Chiefs. The only time I ever root for the Chiefs now is if they're playing the Patriots. There's a punt out of the back of the end zone. I know that sounds weird that that my biggest rival, my hated rival Chiefs, I would actually root for the team that I am from my hometown. I root against my own hometown team there, but I am still incredibly bitter toward the Patriots because of the Tuck rule, and then the follow-up success that they had as a result of it. It's still, I mean, it's like I'll never fucking forget how brutal that was. Rathman gets the catch. We're hitting, I mean, San Francisco's driving here, but it's been a, you know, it's still been a tightly contested game. And I thought that might have been picked. Rathman gets the catch, but he loses yardage. Again, see, that's what I was saying before about the dump-off pass. Against the covered guy, what do you have to gain out of it? They're gonna get tackled. I'll tell you one thing you don't gain out of it, even with the catch, is yardage. You don't gain any of that. Oh, look at that. What the hell was the defender? Now he tackles Young after the play. How about you tackle him when he's right in front of you with the ball? So the 49ers are going for another field goal. And Kofor makes it this time. 5-0. Niners. So the Lions are hanging in there. They're biting kneecaps, but they still got to get some offense going here. They got to get the ball to Barry. And they got to make it work. They've been shutting him down and saying, okay, Rodney, you've got to, you know, you got to throw to win this game. And instead he says, you know what, I'm going to run it instead. Picked up 3 yards. And they just keep throwing. He's going, well, I thought he was going deep. Was that to Herman Moore on the bottom part of the screen? Throws it again. This time, Rodney Holman makes the catch in tight coverage. What a play that was. Run the ball to give it. There you go. There's Barry. He's not that fast today, though. He must be in rough condition. Got pressure on his face, and he almost threw it to a wide-open 49er who was just waiting for that pick. That must have been, oh, God, his name is escaping me right now. The 49er who dropped the interception in the Super Bowl. Or not the Super Bowl, the NFC Championship this year. So here comes Jason Hanson, who played for like 700 years for the Lions, missing the field goal. Oh, man, that's a blown opportunity right there. Lions D showing up, though, today. And there's a blitz, and Kevin Scott gets the sack. You know, Lions, they've had some decent shots, but just can't seem to put the points up. And, oh, they just... That was yardage that they should not have given up. 3rd and 1 now for the 49ers. And Rathman does not make the first down. They caught up to him from behind. It looked like he had an easy first down. He was running east-west. He should have just taken it straight downfield as soon as he got through the... Look at the punter knocking down lineman. Yeah, right. Klaus Wilmsmeyer just blasting through people after he punts it. He must have played rugby or something. He's going deep to Holman again. And then why, you know, it's like, sorry, can't expect him to make those circus catches in tight coverage every time you throw it to him. They knew that they were giving the ball to Barry that time. And so it's 3rd and long just like that. He's dropping back. He's going to get safetied again. 2 safeties by the same guy. And it's 7-0 after 2 safeties and a field goal. I don't think that's ever happened. It's, you know, you look at the scoreboard, 7-0. Oh, the 49ers got the only touchdown of the game. No, they got 2 safeties, a field goal, and they might actually score here, another field goal. Yeah, they're going to try to kick it here to start right before the half end. And Kofor will put it through. 10-0. That's not a touchdown and a field goal. That is 2 field goals, 2 touchdowns, and a partridge in a pear tree. What the hell is that's just never, you know. I think that there are probably, there must have only be, you could probably count on one hand how often a team got 2 safeties in a single game. They don't happen very often to begin with. But never mind twice in one game. Now here's the thing. If you are the Lions and you say, you know, somebody would tell you, hey, look, you're not, you're going to go into halftime against the 49ers, only giving up, you're not going to give up any touchdowns. You are going to give up 2 field goals, though. You would look at that and say, okay, not bad, 6 points. No. I didn't end there. You also give up 2 safeties, so it's 10-0. Oh, shit, all right. And then you give up the first touchdown of the game to start the second half. Somehow they managed to keep Jerry Rice at bay throughout the first half. That changed right there with that catch, and now here we are. 17-0, and the 49ers are running away with it. It was about to be 5-3, like a minute ago. And instead, it's 17-0 within a matter of only a few plays. Nice catch there by Perriman. It's not over yet, but it's not looking good. He drops back. He gets pressure again. I mean, they are just blasting through that offensive line. Michael Walter with the sack. Pete's got guys open. And why did he throw it to him? He should have thrown it to Moore down the sideline. He was open. And just bad decisions, bad play calling a lot of the time. But here comes Barry, and he got what he could. They caught up to him. And they're going to try another field goal. I mean, Hansen missed a shortish field goal. It makes you think he's going to sink one from way the fuck down here. And that one went wide, too. Lions are scoreless. And, you know, yeah, I could see the reason why you would kick it. You know, it's like that would make it a 2-score game. It's 17-3. But, you know, that is a long kick. And, you know, it's like you do need to get some and go. And there's John Taylor with the catch way down the field. And the 49ers look like they're about to put this one away here. If they, you know, if they do punch it in, they will have done so. And they're killing some time as well. Young back to throw. He's got all the time in the world. See, I mean, you know, you can say what you will about Rodney Peete. He made some bad passes today and everything. But he has, Young has had such a clean pocket for the most part. And Rodney Peete has not. He's been harassed all day. You factor that in with the, you know, the safeties and everything else is just a rough night. I mean, that's one of the there's another, you know, an absolute blitz. You know, you'd have to look into whether or not they're stealing signals or some shit. It's a pass deep down the field, and Herman Moore, there you go. Why didn't you throw to him a year and a half ago when he was wide open? That's how you get, you know, that's what you need was something like that. But it's, you know, this is what you needed on the last drive. And, you know, the drive before that. This is like the Chiefs game, you know, just a little too little, and a little too late. And so the 49ers, who were the NFC champions last year, but will go against the Giants, who were the NFC champions the year before. Barring some kind of miracle, it will be 49ers and Giants. And yes, it will be the first, in this Tecmo verse, the first 2 you know, NFC representatives and Super Bowl winners, by the way. And And there's Jerry Rice down the field for the touchdown. He gets another one, and that pretty much seals it there. So, yep, it will be Niners and Giants. That's a hell of a... I mean, you've got some great narratives in these conference championship matchups here. The 49ers and Giants, the last two Super Bowl winners, both fighting to, you know, to go back again. Not to mention, you know, all the real-life classic playoff games that those two teams had. Not the 1993 game, playoff game notwithstanding. Not to mention, they had there was another slaughter that they played in the playoffs. But there was a game in the early 80s that was really good. And then, of course, the 1990 title game was one of the best games I've ever seen. So, you know, there's a lot of history there. And then, of course, there was the NFC Championship one in 2011. That was another one. The Bills-Colts don't have nearly as much history in the postseason in real life, but in this Tecmoverse, they are fierce rivals who absolutely despise each other. And, you know, it's funny that... You know, it's like they won the division all 3 seasons that we played this. They were always the AFC East champions. But we did represent the AFC in the Super Bowl last year, because they got bumped out in the divisional round. And there's Barry Sanders getting a score. You know, he deserves one too. One for Herman, one for Barry. But this is, you know, it's about what what you'd expect. The Lions do have Barry Sanders, but this is probably, you know, I think that Pete took them as far as they would be able to go. The 49ers are, they're a juggernaut, the juggernaut of the NFC, really. They're like kind of like the Bills of that conference. They will be the favorites to beat the Giants, but it's definitely not a gimme. But the Niners making another statement here with a big win, just as the Bills made a statement with their big win. So we'll see how it shakes out next week. The big thing is going to be injury. The injured player. Somebody's got to fucking come back from that. It's got to, at least one has to come back from that. And, you know, preferably it's not Potts. You know, I would hope that we get Johnson and George. Barry's running on fumes here, but he is, you know, padding his stats, picking up some yardage, and playing hard like he always did. Right to the very end. You gotta give Lions credit. They had a good season. And they beat the NFC Central champion Packers in the playoffs. So they, you know, that's one thing they can always hang their hat on is they outlasted their rivals. You know, they beat them in the postseason, and you know, despite not winning the division, went further. It's kind of like what we did last year against the Bills. Although we didn't play against them in the playoffs. This year, though, we do. We finally get to, and I'm looking forward to it. I mean, maybe we get our asses fucking handed to us. Maybe our faces get smashed into the back of our necks. But I'm looking forward to the, you know, just the sheer gravity of what's at stake. You know, it's like a rivalry game that is in the. Look at the fucking scorecard there. It was only 10-0 at the half, and the 49ers rammed through with 4 touchdowns in the second half. Young went off. Barry Sanders did have 73 yards rushing, so a pretty good day for him. But and Herman Moore also had 73 yards on the receiving end of things. But I mean, look at that. Look at Young just absolutely dismantled the Lions defense. And you know the Niners defense were they made the Lions pay. They bombarded them, got some safeties on them, and, you know, it was all she wrote. You know, once the third quarter hit. And you had to really feel like things were going to be bad the fix might have been in when not like the fix was in, but that the writing was on the wall for how this game was going to go once they the Lions missed that field goal and then got safety again. So anyway, here's the conference title matchups. You've got Niners and Giants, Colts and Bills. A lot of history between these teams that are playing each other. And hey, now maybe we end up with a rematch of last year's Super Bowl against the 49ers. Maybe we end up with a rematch from the two games. For some reason, the two games we played against the Giants in a potential sequel to the greatest game ever played. Or maybe, you end up with a rematch of the 1990 Super Bowl with the crazy wide right, completely opposite direction, between Bills and Giants. Or maybe you get that Super Bowl that almost happened like 6 times and never could quite get it right. Bills and 49ers. So it's interesting. There's a lot of to be unpacked. And right after I say, oh, none of the AFC games went to 20 points or more, Buffalo shut that one down in a hurry. 35-17, they beat the Chiefs. So that's it for this week. That's it for the divisional round. It's going to be interesting. Like, I think the big thing is we get our guys healthy. That's going to be key. Otherwise going to be. I said that the Oilers game is going to be a tough mountain to climb with those roadblocks. It's going to be Mount Everest climbing up the difficult side if we don't get guys back for this game against the Bills. So that'll be it for this week. Next week I will do the both conference games, regardless of win or loss. Of course I'll simulate and watch the NFC game, and that pretty much is it for now. So I'll see you then next week.